The guy in the back had his hoodie really tight. The guy in the front had his hoodie a little bit looser. And I looked at what he was holding. That's a .45 caliber 1911.
Hi, I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. The short video clip that you just saw is a true story about how two people got attacked when they went out to eat. I'm going to play the full video for you in just a second. But that guy you saw, his name is BJ Baldwin, and he is a 7-time off-road racing champion, and he's a defensive pistol practitioner. And while watching this short video clip, I want you to mentally envision a scenario. And what would you do if you were jumped at a local restaurant?
He didn't want any money, he didn't want the car or anything like that, and they didn't ask for anything. He was there just to put a bullet in her head, just to see the look on my face. My name is BJ Baldwin. I'm a professional off-road racer. Aside from that, I'm also a defensive pistol practitioner and a father of 2. My son just turned 12 years old, and my daughter is 3 years old. Both my kids, they have a lot of fun with Tori, with the lifestyle, relationship that's as colorful as mine. She's been like a team member. So that night, we ended up going to In-N-Out and drove through the drive-through. We ate in the parking lot. As soon as we got done eating, we stepped out of the car to get some fresh air. We're cooped up in the house like this whole time during quarantine, and cars started to leave. People were just finishing eating and getting ready to go home. About 60 seconds after the last car left the parking lot, I heard Tori whisper, BJ, like, aggressively in distress. Looked at the last known location, she's not there. I scan the parking lot, I see 2 people in the parking lot. At the time, I don't even know if they were male or female, or whether they're coming or going, or what they were doing. She kept whispering, and I looked towards my car, and it sounds like it's coming from my car. Well, she was in my car with the door open and sitting with her legs out of the driver's seat with her feet on the ground. She stood up, walked around the driver's door and in the front bumper, and she looks like terrified. She looks over there in the distance and looks at me and then looks back, and that's all the communication I got from her. The guy in the back had his hoodie really tight. The guy in the front had his hoodie a little bit looser, and you could see his head was tilted and he was smiling. And I looked at what he was holding. Once I ran up his extremity, I'm like, that's a .45 caliber 1911. And this is not a fist fight. This is a gunfight. I can either wait for a counter ambush opportunity, I can create a counter ambush opportunity, or I could just go and take the hits and see what happens. The counter ambush opportunity that I got is he looked at me, he was smiling really big at her, smiled at me, and he said something in the nature like, "What's good?" and then went back. In the process of him trying to point the weapon and try and orient it back at her, he was going to have to decelerate using all these various muscle groups, and that was going to be my opportunity to make the best out of a bad situation, because I knew I was going to get shot at. I knew there was a pretty good chance I was going to get shot. At that moment, I said, listen, go slow. Take your time and get your hits, and it'll be the fastest thing he's ever seen in his life. I stepped to the left 2 steps to get behind my available cover, which was very low quality in reality, although my brain was tricking me into thinking it was very high quality cover. I drew in the process of moving to cover, and I cranked off my first round to engage the threat. I wasn't going to let him get any closer to Tori. Tori was unarmed, absolutely petrified, and running for cover. After he engaged Tori twice, he began to engage me and fired at me multiple times. As soon as I engaged the man with the gun, The second guy ran faster than I've ever seen anybody run in my life. I continued trying to save Tori's life, save my life, and continued to engage the threat until the threat was no longer a threat. Obviously, I never wanted that to happen, but if it came to that, I'm going home to my kids.
After watching that video, you must understand how important training and education are to a gun owner. It's much more than just carrying a gun. It's about being prepared mentally and physically. And if you're looking for top-notch self-defense education and training, the U.S. Concealed Carry Association can help you. If you're a gun owner, or even if you're not, and this sounds interesting to you, click the link below to learn more. I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the USCCA. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and click on that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.